Okay, so we are going to talk about the autosave tool and how to find your stories. So this is important. As I've said before, you need to, as much as possible, write in blocks. But we understand that there are times when that doesn't work, or um, you may have connection issues or something. But when you're writing in blocks, I encourage you to save often. You can just hit the save button and it'll cover that. Um, But let's say this is my story. Um, and so when I am done with my story or logging off for the day, even if I'm not moving it to my editor, I always want to save and close when I'm done. So I don't ever want to have it open and just close my tab. That totally messes you up. And so the next time you open, one, the story will be locked. And so if you are done with the story, your editor can't get to it. But two, if you get into when you come back into Blox, it's going to give you this message. So let's say that your browser crashed, you lost internet, something happened, and so you weren't able to save and close, and your browser crashed, and so you were trying to get back the story that you had. So you will get, when you go into Blox and hit Assets, it's going to come up with this. And so in this case, you can select the story and hit Restore, and hopefully it has the most recent changes that you made, and you can continue on with writing your story. But let's say um, you um, quit out of it at the end of the day and it let you do that. And it went up on the site and it is published to the site, or it has been in print, or whatever the case may be, it is live on the site, or your editor has made edits and changes because they unlocked you. And so if that's the case, then if you were to restore this and save changes, then it will revert it back to the place that you were when you quit out of your browser. So anytime that a story has been published or otherwise edited besides you, when you see this, you need to click on the story, you hit restore, but then you will say, so you don't save them and then that window goes away. The issue is that if the story is already live and published and you restore and save those changes, it actually takes it back to a workflow where it's no longer published. So the story disappears from the site. We see this happen every semester. And so my advice to you is if you are confused about that box, ask for help. I will show you my slides that explain this. So what to do. You were the last person editing it and you lost it, go ahead and reopen the autosave version and keep working. Number two scenario, though, is if the story was moved to another workflow or published on the site, another workflow, another editor had it, something else happened in the process, then you select the file, restore, cancel, and don't save your changes. So you don't want to take it back to that first spot. If you have questions, ask for help. You can ask your editor, you can ask the copy desk, they can help you decide what to do with it. One other quick thing I'm going to show you. You can, obviously I've shown you that this has multiple hundreds of thousands of articles and assets. If you would like to see just your stories, if you go under the search options here, and if you want to look for your articles, then you can look for you as an author. And again, if you've set yourself as author, this makes it easier. And I'm way back here. So when I do this, and so it's going to show me all of my articles that I am connected to. You can also, if you want to only see like your drafts, you can do a search here and see only, you'll see this is all my training stuff. You can see only your unpublished stories. So those are things that you're still working on. Once you decide what you want your search to be, you can say this is like my articles. You don't need to share that. You can just save changes, and that will be in your list of searches down here under Save Searches, and you'll be able to double click that and bring that search up anytime you want. If you mark it with the heart, then anytime you open assets, this will be your default. So this is what you always see. But remember, if you're searching for something else, you'll always want to reset your search if you need to search more broadly for something. So that's a trick to see just your content.